In today's video, I'm going to discuss how recognizing and addressing the subtle signs of the self disconnection. What is the sign that telling us we are disconnected from ourselves and we are so much attached from the so-called the career growth or so-called the making money or so-called the promotions or so-called the success achievements goals thriving, all this comes under this. And the thing, the science, subtle science, which is unconsciously try to telling us to listen to me, and so that you can thrive whatever you want to achieve in our today's fast-paced 21st century modern world. Easy to become a disconnection from our within, our core. And this video explored the subtle signs indicating such disconnected and offers proactive strategies to cope with and dealing with that. So number one is difficulty identifying the emotions, because we are so much lost in or all the juggling activity and life domains where we are not even aware of how to understand the emotions or how to regulate or to channel our emotions for the uh, better good in a field where we are ignoring, where we are our ego is not try to be catch on these emotions. Because one subtle sign is struggling to identify or articulate our emotions, we might feel like a numb or find it very challenging to the pinpoint what we are feeling at in a situation or the circumstances. And to address this, consider the practicing the mindfulness is the one thing. It is very easy. Anybody can do. There is no skill required in doing this. And regular mindfulness or exercise help you overcome this challenge at all. Number two is a chronic indecisiveness, expressing the extreme level of indecisiveness, even for a minor choices, even even any subtle thing has not been done with our accordance or with our preference and wish. We are always nagging this minor little effort on that, why this happened to me, or why did I, there must be a different or good way, good choices also. And this can indicate the disconnection from our inner guidance. And how can we regain that? Engage in the reflective journaling to explore our preferences and values, which can clarify the indecisiveness or decision making activity at all. And the number three is the persistent self doubt, means constantly doubting ourselves in our ability, in our capability, or the belief to able to make the single lack of connection to ourselves. So there is always a criticism, there is always a negative self-talk going inside us whenever we try to endure the little bit of the uncomfortable things or little bit of scary things, which is we have even never done that, or no one from our family have taken the risk or the step. And if you try to do something from the scratch, then all this kind of negative self-talk is becoming overlay, becoming catching our attention and holding our space from our brain to not operate or not operate where the solution is lies. And incorporating the positive affirmations into our daily ritual, instead of relying down, instead of giving meaning or giving the perspective to those nagging self-criticism talks or the story we are telling ourselves. By arguing with that, or by having a question, counterintuitive question to that, it will settle down the this kind of emotionals, which is going to have you help you in the next goal also. And overemphasis is on the external validation, because relying heavily on the others opinion, others advice, or I can say that perfectionism, how or lagging the discussion on the self-worth can be the sign of disconnection. So sometimes what happens is that we try to seek evidence or the approval of the need from the other people's. For example, if you try to writing, when you try to write a post, and instead of writing down the one sentence on a one letter, we always thinking that it is not going to be better, people will judge me, people will know me, that my secrets going to be, my secrets or vulnerability going to come up on the surface, where did I don't want to show up like that, and relying heavily on the others' opinion will ruining our self-worth as well as the ruining our self-truth connections itself. And setting a personal goal that align with our values, our ideas, and measure success by our own standard, not from the society or the culture has been provided us to be, and try to be fitted. And neglect, the next thing is neglecting the personal need, consistently putting others' need before our own to determine of our well-being indicates the disconnections. Sometimes we are as a people pleaser. Sometimes what happens is that we thinking that by being available to people, or being by showing off on a, for everything comes in my life, is going to make me some kind of setting the standards for ourselves, making some status, full feel good of kind of emotions and feeling. But it is a temporary, it is a playful, it is tricking our mind itself. So dedicating time each day to self-care activities, like ensuring our priorities, your own health and happiness, or our own perspective, where uh, we do have from all consciousness with raw, messy, or any unblurred activity. That is the key thing to do at all. And the feeling detached from the surrounding. Lot of time happening that we, in order to achieve all these things, sometimes we feel sort of lot of loneliness, like practicing grounding techniques such as the deep breathing or the connecting with the nature to anchor ourselves in a present moment, and the sense of detachment of feeling like an observer in our own life. It can be subtle signs of disconnection. And number seven is loss of interest and the hobbies, because only savior thing is that whether you try to reconnect yourself, whether you try to dig yourself in a digger, or reinventing ourselves, or as a personal development or personal transformation believer, or authentic guy or the buddy, then losing ourselves all the interest in a longer run or the hobbies will harm us neurologically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, as well as I can say that in the dynamics of all aspects of our life area, and losing interest in the activities we once enjoyed and indicate the disconnect from the your passion itself. And so make time to revisit, redo, or the relist all these pleasureful, funny, silly, or the weird activities that you have enjoyed during your past days, because all this enjoyment are snippet has been the images captured in our brain's eye, and the emotional regulational channel. So by following and doing, going back to the inner child self is going to reconnect, realign align our sense of being, which is truly and truly at the core of our heart and our soul. And if we are hiding, we suppressing, we not acknowledging, not expressing for a longer period of time, it means that we are disconnected from our self, and re-engage with the passion. This is time to pinning the passion, honing your curiosity. What the force or what the task or the force driving your behavior in any manner amidst of any challenges, and make time to revisit hobbies or explore the new interest. This is going to helping us to do the good things. And constant fatigue without medical cause. Experiencing ongoing fatigue despite adequate rest can be manifestation of the emotional disconnections. And explore energy healing practices such as chakra healing or the Reiki or the acupuncture. This can be used to restore our sanity and vitality at the same time. And avoidance of solitude, because even Jay Shetty has written on that article that having or scheduling to become or to being the solitude is totally absolutely fine, and it is the I can say that out of all the techniques, this is the very, and I have done that twice to thrice that I can have a breakthrough moment or aha moment as well. Avoiding time alone might suggest disconnect from our own self, including as a disconnection. And gradually including all this moment of solitude in your days, become more comfortable with the self-reflection, because this is the time where we are living with our being. Thank you.